Okay, YouTube, I'm going to show you the project car. We're just going to kind of, I'm not pulling it out. We're just going to kind of get in here. All right, so the Prince and I have a project. We are going to fix this car up. This is a 1979 124 Fiat Spider. We are going to turn this into an Abarth. So we got a lot of stuff to do. We're going to do, what'd you call it? We're not rehabbing it. We're doing what? No.
Retro mod.
We're going to retro mod. That's what we're going to do. We're going to retro mod it, meaning that it's an old car, but we're going to modify it. So anyway, it's not in horrible condition. It runs. You know, we've got some body damage on here, but that's probably the worst that's going on. Top will have to be replaced. You know, we've got stuff like that. You know, panels will have to be replaced. It's got a little bit of rust, but it's mostly just down here on the bottom. But the car actually runs. Doesn't run badly either, but the brakes are shot, so it's not drivable. Inside, I'll give you some shots of that, and then we'll turn around and we'll kind of explain what we're doing. It's not bad on the inside. I mean, we're probably going to gut most of it, but it's actually not bad. This car has had 2 owners. 3 now with us. So originally, I think like an 80-year-old woman bought it, right? And then my friend's father had it for quite some time. He said he remembers riding around in it when he was a kid. I think this thing has original 80,000 miles on it for 1979, which is just amazing. That is so going, by the way. That will be on eBay for sale very soon, just in case anybody wants to know. But she's in pretty good shape. Not too bad. We'll get better shots later. This is just kind of give you a quick little walk around so that you kind of see what we're dealing with. It will not stay this color either. All right, let me turn the camera around and we'll talk. Okay, so I'm back. I had to come in the house because I got people mowing and the dogs were barking and stuff was just, it's getting loud. Anyway, okay, so, kind of made a list of some of the things that we're planning on doing to the car. I'll do a lot of it. That should be interesting, yeah? Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So to kind of just run down the list of what we do, we've got a 1979 Fiat Spider. It's a 124 Fiat Spider. In pretty good condition. So what we're going to do to remake this car over, we're going to remod it, is what we're going to do. We're going to change out the shifter knob, which that's already here, so I'll probably do that tonight, and we'll film that if I can go ahead and get that done. The shifter knob came in. It had an old Fiat. Shifter, we wanted ivory, so that's what we're going to do. We've got a brake kit that's coming. That's been ordered. So it's the discs, the calipers, the pads, the lines. I think they're going to be Fiat 500 red are going to be what the brakes, the calipers are. So those are what you can see through the tire, right through the rim. Those will be red. Those are on their way. I'm pretty sure the Prince ordered those for me, and those should be on their way. The next thing on the list is once we do that, we're going to drain all the fluids. With everything, the oil, the trans, the radiator, the rear end. We're just going to go ahead and it's going to be on block. So that's kind of the best time to do it. The brakes and everything are be off. Just go ahead and get all the lines bled and do all that kind of stuff. The carburetor, that's also been ordered. I'm not sure if we're going to do that before we do the wheels. We might, it just depends. But we've ordered a carburetor. It's a twin 40 millimeter conversion. With intake and manifold is pretty much what we're going to do. So that will probably be after we flush the lines, I would say. And again, we just ordered that, so that should be in next couple of weeks. Once that's done, then we'll order the wheels and tires because again, we want to make sure we get all the stuff on, make sure that we get the right size so that it fits over the calipers and stuff. Because right now, I think it's got 15-inch on it, and with the profile that we have on it, they wouldn't go back on. I mean, they're dry rot, and plus the wheels are just ugly, and the tires are shot, but they won't actually go back on the car once we put the brakes and calipers on them. So You know, we'll ditch the tires. I'm not sure what we're going to do with the rims. We may just donate them or something like that. Once the wheels and tires are done, we're going to move to the suspension on it. The plans are to do some new springs, shocks. We're going to lower it. Don't know exactly how much we're going to lower it, but we're going to lower it. Rear upper trolling arms, and then the rear lower trailing arms. That will be done. We're going to do sway bar for sure. Don't know if we're doing bushings or not. The Prince hasn't decided whether or not we're gonna do that. Not real sure about the tie rod boots, if we're gonna do that yet either. We're definitely doing a roll bar. This is gonna be a little bit further on down the line. Definitely gonna do a roll bar. We're gonna do 124 header, 124 exhaust. We're gonna do bumperettes on it. Those should look, I think, pretty good. The color scheme on that also is we are going to do kind of a darker yellow. I think Jeep has the closest color right now, and I think it's called solar yellow. We're going to do that on it, and then we're going to have the hood is going to be black. The trunk lid or the boot lid is also going to be black. And then we're going to replace the soft top, which we have to do. That one was actually pretty new, but a tree fell on it, put a bunch of holes in it, and it sat out in the field for God knows how long, and it ruined the plastic, and it just ruined it. So we'll do another soft top, but we're also planning on purchasing a hard top for it as well, which will also be in black to kind of keep with the theme in that. We've got door and trunk lid cylinders. That's going to be done. We're kind of getting into the cosmetic stuff, but I figure I'll go down the list and kind of read it, and then we'll make videos. Oh, those are the locks. Oh, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Those are the locks. Yeah, like, we only have one key, so the other key was broken. We tried to have that one made. That didn't work out. The guy's going to have to actually order the correct blanks, because you can't just get a 1979 Fiat key blank. Hey, kitty butt. Say hi to the people, Dean. It's a little harder to get a 1979 Fiat key than I thought. So that's actually in play right now. I think we're changing, possibly. I'm so sorry. He loves everybody. I think we're changing the locks and keys on pretty much everything. If they won't work well enough, we're just going to change them. We'll change them out. But yeah, the ignition, that's going to be fun trying to get the key for that. So let's see. Probably going to change out the door handles more than likely. It's looking like that's probably going to happen. Maybe the mirrors. We took a second look. We might be able to salvage those. We'll see. You know, if they polish up really nice and they look good, we'll salvage them. If not, we'll ditch them and we'll buy new ones. Wet window latches. I think the latches that are on there right now are toast. So we're gonna change those. We are gonna change the seat belts to a 4-point harness, because that's what I want. So the Prince is gonna give it to me, rather than just, over. I want the 4-point, so I think that's what we're going to go for. Already talked about the new canvas top. We're going to replace that. Probably going to do electronic ignition, make everybody's life easy. Let's see what else we're going to do. Hard top, already talked about that. The Abarth valve covers, because remember, we're doing, the whole point of this is we're turning this into an Abarth. Which is going to be, it's faster, is really, if you don't know the difference between like just a Spider and a Spider, not that I'm an expert on all this, the Abarth is like souped up and goes fast, and it's rallied out, basically, I guess is the easiest way. I said basically, good. It's rallied out.
Fiat's racing.
Okay, so it's going to go fast and it's going to look really cool. Right? So we're going to have the little scorpions. We're probably going to get the badges and all that stuff to put on it. We're going to rally it out. We're probably going to put like driver names down the sides of the doors, and we're going to go kind of the whole 9 yards with this thing. That's the door labels and all that. We're probably going to rip out the whole thing in the front. We're going to replace the dashboard, the clock, the billet pedal covers, hood pins, and then paint and body will probably be the last thing. It's a long list. It's 2 pages. Yeah, I wrote it because I can't do this from memory. No way, I would forget all this stuff. So this should be, I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do this as episodes, right? We're gonna do a whole series. I think we're gonna call it, yeah, I already talked about that coming in, and then I'll do that later on tonight, that had come in. We're expecting the brakes and stuff should be here. They should be here pretty soon. Oh, the carbs are coming first?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. Carbs are coming first. Yeah, carburetor's coming first. I thought the brakes and stuff were coming. No, because the brake kit's before the carburetor.
Oh, well, that's screwed up then.
Yeah, but anyway, we were planning on doing the brakes first, I think, and for whatever reason he changed his mind and said, no, I want you to do the carburetors first. So whatever he says, that's what I'm going to do. It is what it is. But I think what we're going to do is we need to get a cute little name, right, for the series of this, and then we're just going to do episodes. So we'll do 1 through, I don't know, right? We'll find out. But I think you guys will have fun on this journey. I know I'm gonna learn a lot of stuff. I'm gonna be doing a lot of the mechanicking myself, so this should be interesting if it's nothing else. Right. See, it's not fair that he sits behind the camera and disses me like that. Like, he won't come to this side of the camera for the YouTube's people. No, stays on the other side of the camera and gives me guff. Okay, anyway, so it's a long intro. This will be kind of technically a short video because we did just walk around to the car, and then we're gonna do this, and I'll do a separate video for anything else that I do. So episode 1 is probably gonna be me changing out the shifter knob, and more than likely I'll get that done tonight. And if I don't do it tonight, then we'll do it tomorrow. So leave your comments down below. I want to hear what you guys think about doing our retro mod to this 1979 Fiat Spider into an Abarth. So we'll be back later.